It's all a matter of perspective, isn't it, Pierre?
Indeed. We only know what we can imagine.
Ah, you do remember Polonius, right?
It's been a long time since I heard that name. So much has changed since I last saw his face.
Yes, the world moves so quickly now. It is hard to remember how life was even 5 years ago, never mind when we were young.
It seems all of my memories are clouded by my understanding of the present. I can't fathom the littlest details of the past, like making plans without texting or only watching movies in the theater.
It seems a curse that we are perpetually stuck in the present, forced to examine the past as if it were a shadow on the cave of our present reality.
Oh, I have no idea what type of video I'm making. What even is New Historicism?
New Historicism is a notion that literature is not published in a vacuum and is shaped by the world around the author. We can gain a deeper understanding of the text by piecing it into historical context and understanding the author's perspective. Furthermore, new historical analysis must be acknowledged by the biases of the critic in its attempt to uncover objective truth.
Thanks, Kedkey.
Well said, my dear Alejandro. Perhaps books and records could give us a glimpse of life in years past. Those authors wrote from their own perspective.
Yes, and that perspective is shaped by the life in the author's time. The themes the author writes about would be themes important to people in that day. Therefore, literary and historical criticism can be joined together to create a truer image of the life in the time of the author.
Exactly. But we must also not forget that our interpretation of those facts is tainted by our own subjectivity. If we are going to detect the author's bias, we must also be cognizant of our own, or else we could never determine the truth.
Indeed, it is all a matter of perspective. It seems that much has changed in the societal perceptions of, for example, marriage in the years between Polonius's prime and the present day.
Yes. How interesting it would be to use literature to illuminate those historical differences, such as the changing relationship between marriage and power and the growing acceptance of gay marriage. But anyway, we digress. What of Polonius? What could have become of that kind, beautiful, handsome, affectionate man since that fateful day in Paris?
I hope that his sexuality was not uncovered, for the penalty would be death. It could have been the source of such pain and suffering as during the time and place which his fate was decided, homosexuality was a shameful crime.
Ah, parlez-vous française? Je suis un Paris, mi amor. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq.
Me gustan los gatos.
Je suis un petit fromage du baguette.
Polonius, tú eres un gato negro con solamente 2 dientes y no me gusta hacer esto.
Oh, Alejandro, Alejandro. Alejandro.
Je ne sais quoi? No!
Adieu.
All men are the same. I can never trust another man again. Ah, these 2 babies must have been abandoned for their father, left alone by a man just as I have been. I will take them in and raise them as my own.
Shall we sit down? Polonius, I have to talk to you. Polonius, I have to talk to you about this. This cannot go on any longer. I'm afraid people will find out about us.
My liege, how could you let me down like this? I am deeply hurt. I am afraid I saw more in this than you did.
I hope that we can still remain friends, because I value your judgment in court.
I swore I would never let this happen again. When I was dumped by Pierre, I swore I would never let another man hurt me like that. Now this is my chance for revenge. Claudius, my liege, I must have a word with you.
But of course, Polonius, what seems to be the matter?
I just spoke with the king, and I'm afraid that all of our fears are coming true. His judgment seemed most impaired. I worry that his once formidable mind has now been ravaged by the forces of age.
I do trust your judgment, good Polonius, for you have never led me wrong. What do you advise we do?
I have given much thought to this predicament, and I see that you, in your wisdom, recognize how few choices we have. I fear that if we depose the king, we shall bring instability to Denmark.
Thus, though I yearn to lead Denmark into a new age of prosperity, my designs must wait for him to die a natural death.
Ah, but a natural death could come at any time, and in any place. Perhaps even in the orchard where the king rests each afternoon. Think on it, my liege. There is much power for me to seize should a novice king ascend to the throne. Ha ha! Ha ha!
Perhaps I'll become king sooner than I thought.
Ophelia, I must have a word with you. I fear I have not done my paternal duty these last few weeks, and I'd like a chance to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart.
What is it, Dad?
Ophelia, for once, please put down your phone. Now, I just wanted to tell you. I just wanted to have a little conversation with you about some things that I've been hearing about.
Dad, you just don't understand me and Laertes, okay?
I've heard some very interesting rumors concerning you and a certain young prince.
Ooh, what you hear?
I'd rather not say. What I will tell you, though, is that we've talked about this before. Your reputation affects our family's reputation, which is extremely important. Your marriage could improve our family's standing, but not if you allow our name to be sullied. Please think on it, my daughter.
Dad, what do you know about men?
More than you might think.
Alejandro, Alejandro. Alejandro.
So when's the next time we can take a long walk on the beach, Hamlet? It's been such a long time.
Well, everything's been a really long walk since my dad died.
Ooh. 1 second, Hamlet. Hey, Dad.
Ophelia, where are you? Get back here right now. Do you want to bring shame upon your family by being a strumpet?
You're not my real dad.
Ophelia, come home this instant or I will not allow you to go to that Bruce Silverstein concert.
Dad, it's Bruce Silverstein, not Bruce Silverstein. Sorry, it was my dad. Old people, am I right? Catch you later, Hamlet. I wish my dad would let me make some of my own decisions, Oh, I swear, he treats me like such an object sometimes, like a skull. It's like he thinks I have no motivations of my own, but I do. I have love and sadness and so much emotion. I wish I could just tell him that, but I love Hamlet, but he just thinks that our marriage is only good to get our families closer to the throne. Can't he see that there's more to life than just politics?
How are you, dear Hamlet? I come to inquire upon your well-being, for it is important that the son of a king be well. But it seems that you exude melancholy. But I see no reason for you to be sad on such a beautiful day.
What the heck is your problem, you stupid, idiotic fool? My dad just died.
I'm very, very sorry, dear Hamlet. It is really a tragedy to lose someone so important to you, as a father is most important to his son.
How would you understand? All you know about is the symmetry of butterflies.
Pardon me, good sir?
All you know is that there's 4 dots on the left, 4 dots on the right, and 1 stripe here and 1 stripe there. It's symmetrical, isn't it? But life isn't, because there's a wave, and there's a boom, and a crash, and then everything falls apart.
Madness. 'Tis most grievous news indeed, for his twisted mind poses a threat to the state.
How now? A rat! Dead for a ducat! Dead!
Say that you only meant well, 'cause you did what you say, that it's all for the best, 'cause it is.
This scene is really weird. Why are Ophelia and Gertrude so obsessed with roast beef?
In this scene, roast beef serves as a metaphor for Hamlet.
Well, ever since you started liking roast beef, my roast beef has been different. It's been acting very strange lately.
I think, Gertrude, only one person can eat this roast beef at a time.
What you say, that is what we need. You decided this. What you say, what did she say? Rinse and notes keep falling out your mouth. Mid-sweet talk news, people are guys. Speak no feeling, no, I don't believe you. You don't care to be you.
I may have lost my cool a little bit. I'm just really passionate about roast beef.
Poison rapiers? Poison wine? There's no way this plan could go wrong.
I'll be honest here, I did not see that coming.
Neither did I, like that boy. I guess I never considered Polonius' life that way.
It seems that we gained a deeper understanding of the events of his life through our analysis of Shakespeare's and our own perspectives.
Indeed, the relationships of Polonius and the people near him are ruled by practicality rather than love. As a gay man living in a time in which expressing his true feelings would result in death, Polonius is perhaps the embodiment of that pragmatism.
Great. Now how should we end it?
How about we directly reference New Historicism again?
Yes, something really smart and incisive.
Now, of course, we're much more accepting of non-traditional relationships, In Shakespeare's time, nobody would even consider that unmarried man was gay.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Hamlet and Ophelia represent what would now be considered normal, for their relationship is ruled by love. Yet in Elizabethan England, that was unacceptable, and they, of course, meet ends that fit their taboo behavior.
Thank goodness we placed Shakespeare's Hamlet into its proper cultural and historical context.